So I was out today. I had to meet somebody at a Best Buy in New Jersey about an hour away because I had posted my Sony X3000 little 4K action camera up for sale on Craigslist. Somebody had inquired about it, so I met up with him today and I met him at a Best Buy. And while I was in Best Buy, I was just browsing around waiting for this guy to arrive, and I see a whole stack of CANON G7X Mark IIIs just sitting there, and one of them was just calling my name. He was pounding on that little lock glass that they have from the inside. He was like, dude, over here. Dude, get me out of here. I cannot breathe. I suffer from claustrophobia. Buy me, dude, and we'll just see where this relationship goes, man. So I did. I picked it up. Dropped $800 on the spot. Wasn't planning on doing it. I go there to make money. I wind up spending $800 instead. So today we're rocking with the CANON G7X Mark III, and this entire video will be filmed on the CANON G7X Mark III. So sit back and enjoy.
Give me everything, yeah. I need everything.
What is going on, everybody? How is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's day is going at least okay. As long as it's not dog shit, we're good. I'm actually pretty excited. It's been a while since I picked up a new camera, new device. Been getting the urge. I've been trying to clear some stuff out and sell some stuff off, hence how I came across randomly buying this camera. We're gonna see what we get. I'm gonna do some random testing out today. This is my first time ever shooting with this camera, so you know, we're taking this little journey together, you and I. And this is basically the studio test. If you have a studio or a room you like to film in and you're wondering, hey, can a Canon G7X Mark III that costs $800 get me by as my main camera? This is what you're gonna see in the studio with good lighting. So you be the judge for yourself. Are you okay with this quality? We are on full manual right now. We're at 4K 25 frames per second because Canon is jerks. We all know that they don't have 24 frames per second at any resolution in this camera. So I switched over to the Euro settings and now we are on 25 frames per second, which is a hell of a lot better in my opinion than 30 frames per second. But we can't be babbling on in this video. You know why? Because I only have one battery. I forgot to buy a spare battery. I left there and I forgot to pick up an extra battery. So we're running on one battery for this entire video. I mean, if it does die before I get to finish it up, I will charge it and then finish it. But as for right now, I'm trying to get this going. So we're just gonna do a bunch of random tests here. Now we're gonna take the camera outside and get some outside shots. And I gotta go out with this stupid wrinkled shirt because I forgot to I was gonna hook up my Rode Video Micro, and then I realized that I'd rather use the Rode Wireless Go for a lighter setup. So now I had to throw on this super wrinkled shirt, so don't mind that. Still pretty handsome. How's that autofocus? Because the box on the screen does do a good job of following me around. I mean, it is tracking the hell out of me, but we're not working with dual pixel autofocus. Let's do the autofocus test right here. So we'll back all the way up. Why am I screaming? I got the microphone right here. I could talk like this. I don't need to yell at you guys. Man, it took a second. The box does follow you really well though. Okay, took a second. Whatever. All right, let's stop wasting battery. Let's stop wasting time. Let's get outside. I want to check out what this camera could do. It's moist in here. It's moist up in here. So, interesting thing just happened here. I'm in 4K 25p. I shut the camera off, got my stuff together, and headed out to the car. And I haven't even been recording 10 minutes, man. And look at this. See that little movie flashing thing right up top? It's not letting me record. That's what it says. Cannot record. Camera temperature currently too high. Turn off camera to cool faster or use lower movie quality setting. So that's a bummer right off the bat. Not too fond of that, man. AC is on full blast. All right, we got it back up and running. I gotta tell you, I'm not too fond of that. I'm not too happy with that situation. Already I'm seeing like 2 or 3 things that I don't really care for with this camera. And that overheating extremely easy is one of them, at least in 4K. Oh boy, did it stop? It's about to stop recording right now. I'm already getting the flashing signal. I haven't even been recording 5 minutes. I'm on 3.5 minutes and I just blasted this camera in front of my AC for like 15 minutes straight. All right, so we're off to a great start here with the overheating. Let's cool this down again, and then we'll see if we can get 5 minutes of vlogging outside without getting stopped. You know what? I think I'm just gonna switch over to 1080p moving forward because I don't want to deal with this. So let's turn this off. Let's let it cool down for a few minutes. I'll switch over to 1080p and we'll go from there. So there are definitely a few things that I don't like about this camera. Aperture priority mode, there's no 4K. As far as I'm seeing, it's not available. Don't like that. The ND filter on this, it's not really that strong. Oh boy. Man, see, now we're back. I decided, because this trail where I used to go a lot is like right near my house, I've been staying out of the danger zone as far as bugs come into play. Ooh, boy, geez, boy. Did you guys see that? Ooh, boy, geez, boy. Did he go up my shirt? That thing just went full force, played chicken with my ear. Oh man, what the hell was that? Was that a beetle? I told myself I wasn't gonna come into these woodsy trails anymore, and here I am. The main reason why I decided to come here is because I live right near the trail, and I bought this thing like 3 hours ago. I wasn't even expecting to buy it. So yeah, no 4K in aperture priority. Also in aperture priority, in case you're wondering, there's 2 levels of IS in this. There's standard and then there's advanced. And in aperture priority, you only have either off or standard. I like aperture priority for cameras like this with an ND filter that's not super strong. It's only a few stops. It's not like a 16 or a 32 stop ND filter to where it's gonna allow you to shoot in full manual on super bright sunny days. And this thing is not, how is this not catching my face? The box is following my face, but it's not actually focusing. There we go. So no dual pixel autofocus, no 24 frames per second. Immediately using this camera, I've already found quite a few disappointments. Now we are hooked up with the Row Wireless Go. We got a little bracket and it's very small, very lightweight, very simple. Just a little Suray vlogging grip here. And this is something that I've been looking for is a nice, small, high quality 1-inch sensor setup. But this ain't cutting it. I already know that I'm gonna be good with my Sony RX100. All right, we were in aperture priority, now we're in movie mode, and in movie mode you can turn the image stabilization up another notch, which is why we are so cropped in, and I do not feel like this autofocus is nailing my face at all, and I'm like right in front of it, and it has the face detection, and the face detection is locked on really well. What the hell is happening here? There we go. Yeah, so autofocus ain't a win on this camera whatsoever. Whatever. I'm gonna get out of this mode. It's too close to my grill right now. I'm not feeling this. All right, so it just threw some digital zoom on there, and I thought I turned that off. That's the standard zoom. And then we'll do the digital. So my initial thoughts on this camera, and let me just put something out there right now. For those of you that watch my channel, you know that I like to shoot Sony, but I also shoot other products. I'm always down to buy different products and give them their fair chance. There is no hate. I'm not sponsored. I'm not affiliated with Sony or any other camera company out there. I understand that people have loyalties to brands. I get that. I fully understand that. But you can't take it to offense when a company that you support or are loyal to don't bring their A game to the table. And for $800, Canon didn't bring their A game to the table. I always give new cameras their fair shake. I buy them with the intent of, if I like it, I'll keep it. If I'm gonna use it, I keep it. If I don't like it, I got the receipt and a 14 to 30-day return policy depending on where I buy it from. And I'll tell you right now, I'm returning this camera. I'm gonna hold it for the full 13 or 14 days, and then we're going right back to Best Buy and dropping it off. Too many handicaps, and I know as YouTubers, a lot of people when they do camera reviews, they don't say what they feel, what they truly feel. And the reason why they don't tell you that it sucks or say it sucks on camera is because they don't wanna burn any bridges or any relationships with any companies. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna tell you straight out, this thing ain't worth $800. You are better off picking up the G7X Mark II if you're just stuck on going with Canon. As far as I know, there ain't no way to change the temperature. Oh, that was an ugly bug. Where did he go? There ain't no, oh, is he following? Oh boy. I'm in better shape now. I will take off running. Let me clear these shoes off. If there are some kind of temperature settings to where you can allow it to heat up a little bit more, please let me know in the conversation below, because I looked through it. I saw no sort of temperature settings or overheating settings whatsoever for 4K. It's not really a step forward. I mean, it kind of is. You have the mic jack on this and you have 4K without a crop on it. It's nice. But come on, we're almost 2020, man. It's almost 2020. I don't get why you would not want to shine. Canon has no interest whatsoever in being considered the best out there anymore. None whatsoever. My little DJI Osmo Pocket costs $350, has phase detect autofocus, has better autofocus than this camera I'm holding right now. You're getting 4K 60 frames per second, no overheating situations, way more features than this. So don't talk to me about spending $1,200 on a Sony RX100 Mark III that basically is a baby A9. Sony stepped their game up. Canon took about one, maybe a half step forward just by giving us 4K. But at this point, they had no choice. Canon, you had no choice in this situation. There is no possible way you could have released an expensive 1-inch point and shoot in almost 2020 and not included 4K in it. So what'd you do? You took out 24 frames per second. What else did you do? You took out 4K in aperture priority mode. The overheating issue, it's too much for me. Take my extra $400 and give me a camera that's actually worth it. I'll take my $1,200 Sony, I'll put a $26 mount on the front, I'll have myself a filter thread, we'll have variable ND on there, I'll have great autofocus, good image stabilization, great image quality, log profiles, everything that this camera could do, and a lot more. Take my extra $400, please, Sony. So these are my final thoughts on this camera. Even though I've given you a ton of them already, do I see any reason for a vlogger to buy this camera and spend $800 on it? No, and I'll tell you why. Again, 4K, in my opinion, it's still unusable. Yeah, there's no crop, but you don't have the dual pixel autofocus. It actually seems like it's even worse now than it's ever been. I've used the G7X Mark II a million times. Never had a real issue with the autofocus in that camera. It wasn't as good as having dual pixel or Sony's autofocus, but I never had like real complaints. This entire video, like half of it was out of focus. If you don't shoot 24 frames per second and you like 30 frames per second, and if you don't shoot 4K and you like 1080p, then this camera might work for you. But again, you don't have any good autofocus. Man, when I was walking around, that's why I looked at the screen most of the time. I'm pretty trained to not look up at that screen. I was looking up left and right because I'm like, man, am I still not in focus? What is happening here? All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @the_everything, man. If you like this video, if you liked me being an angry camera consumer, give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so. I'd appreciate it highly. And I will see you guys next time. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, enjoy tomorrow morning. Salute.
Resume is a heavyweight, yeah. Put it on my back, give me everything, yeah. I need everything, I need all of everything, yeah.